Have you ever heard whispers of a true pirate queen? A name that echoes through the centuries? That name is Anne Bonny. She was a fiery spirit, a woman who defied all rules. She sailed the wild Caribbean seas. Her story is one of courage. It is also a story of great mystery. Many still speak of her incredible life. She became a legend of the pirate world. Anne Bonny wasn't just any pirate, she was a force of nature. Her red hair was like a banner in battle. She fought fiercely beside hardened men. Many feared her quick temper. They also feared her deadly skill with a pistol and sword. Join me as we delve into this tale. To understand Anne Bonny, we must look at her time. The early 1700s, this was the golden age of piracy. The Caribbean Sea was a lawless frontier. It was a vast blue expanse of opportunity, and it was a place of great danger. Empires fought for control of rich trade routes. Sugar, tobacco, and gold sailed these waters. These ships were tempting targets for some. Many ordinary people faced hard lives. Poverty was common. Strict laws governed society. For some, piracy seemed like the only escape. It offered a chance at riches. It promised a life of freedom, a life outside the king's control. Pirates created their own rules. They formed their own democratic societies on ships. Anne Bonny was one of them. Anne Bonny was born in Ireland, around the year 1700. Her early life was already unconventional. She had a strong will. She had a fiery temper from a young age. Her family moved to the American colonies. They settled in Charlestown, South Carolina, but Anne was not suited for a quiet colonial life. She craved something more, something wilder. She married a small-time sailor named James Bonny. Perhaps she hoped for adventure with him. They moved to Nassau. This was the infamous pirate republic. But James Bonny disappointed her. He became an informant for the governor. Anne despised this betrayal. She was drawn to the true pirates, the ones who lived by their own code. She soon found her place among them. In Nassau, Anne met John Rackham. Section 4. Triumphs on the Tides, this reign of plunder. Anne Bonny, alongside Calico Jack and Mary Read, made the Notorious. They sailed the Caribbean waters, targeting merchant ships. Their attacks were often swift and surprising. They knew how to use their ship's speed and how to intimidate their victims. Many ships surrendered without a fight. The sight of their pirate flag was enough. It struck fear into sailors' hearts. Their victories were not always easy. Sometimes they faced resistance. Anne was always in the thick of the action. Witnesses reported her fighting with ferocity, wielding her pistol and cutlass expertly. She showed no fear. Her courage inspired the rest of the crew. They respected her skill and bravery. She was a true leader, even if Jack was captain. They seemed unstoppable for a while. Section 5. Gales and Gunfire, Anne Bonny's most daring exploits. Life at sea was a constant gamble, filled with unpredictable dangers and relentless challenges. Anne Bonny faced more than just merchant ships. She battled the very elements themselves, often risking her life. Imagine a pirate sloop caught in a hurricane with massive waves crashing over the deck and winds tearing at the sails, threatening to capsize the ship. It took immense skill and courage to survive such treacherous conditions. Anne and her crewmates endured these terrifying storms, showcasing their resilience and determination. They had to be tough and resilient, always prepared for the worst. Then there were the encounters with naval warships, the relentless pirate hunters. Heavily armed and determined to bring pirates to justice, these ships posed a significant threat to Anne and her crew. Anne and the crew of the had several close calls, narrowly escaping capture or destruction. They had to fight or flee, sometimes engaging in desperate battles with cannonballs flying and splintered wood filling the air, the chaos of combat all around them. Anne was always ready for a fight, never backing down, her fierce spirit inspiring those around her. Section 6. The Final Stand. Capture, trial, and a great disappearance. Every pirate's luck runs out eventually, and for Anne Bonny and her crew, that moment came sooner than they expected. For Anne Bonny and the crew of the end came in October 1720. They were anchored off the coast of Jamaica when Captain Jonathan Barnett, a notorious pirate hunter, surprised them. Most of Calico Jack's male crew were drunk, celebrating a recent capture, completely unaware of the impending danger. They offered little resistance when Barnett's ship attacked, caught off guard and unprepared. It was a swift and decisive end, leaving no room for escape. But Anne Bonny and Mary Read fought bravely, refusing to surrender without a fight. Accounts say they were furious with the men, shouting at them to come up and fight like men, but their pleas fell on deaf ears. When the men cowered below deck, Anne and Mary stood alone, facing Barnett's boarding party with unwavering resolve. They fought with incredible courage, but were outnumbered and outmatched. Eventually they too were overwhelmed, their resistance crushed. The entire crew was captured and their pirating days were over, marking the end of an era. The pirates were taken to Spanish Town, Jamaica, and put on trial for piracy, facing the full weight of the law. The evidence against them was strong, leaving little doubt about their fate. Calico Jack Rackham and the male pirates were quickly found guilty and sentenced to hang, their notorious careers ending in disgrace. Anne Bonny was allowed to see Rackham before his execution, a final somber farewell. Section 7. The Unending Quest, Chasing Anne Bonny's Elusive Treasure. Anne Bonny's disappearance is where the treasure legend truly ignites. Her story is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, captivating the imaginations of many. What happened to her? Did her wealthy father ransom her? Or did she find a way to escape her captors? Did she escape? Did she quietly return to a normal life, blending into society unnoticed? No one knows for sure. The lack of concrete answers only adds to the allure of her tale. This uncertainty fuels the imagination and the belief that she might have hidden her share of plunder. A treasure waiting to be found. A pirate queen's secret hoard. The idea of a hidden fortune sparks endless speculation. Theories about her treasure are wild and varied. Some are based on historical records, while others are pure fantasy. Some say it's buried on a remote Caribbean island, perhaps a place she knew well from her pirate days. Others think it might be hidden in Cuba, or even back in South Carolina, where she had familial ties. The clues are scarce and mostly based on speculation, making the search even more challenging. But the idea of Anne Bonny's gold is powerful. It captivates the hearts and minds of treasure hunters. It draws people in and makes them dream of discovery. Today, the search continues, fueled by hope and adventure. Treasure hunters use old maps and modern technology, combining the past and present in their quest. Metal detectors scan sandy beaches, and sonar explores shipwrecks on the seabed, leaving no stone unturned. Researchers pore over old documents, looking for any hint, any forgotten clue.